This section outlines the key learning objectives for understanding qualitative data collection and analysis. Students will learn when to use interviews, how to construct semi-structured interviews, and the characteristics of open-ended questions. They will also explore the use of interview guides, focus groups, oral histories, and videography as data collection methods. Additionally, students will understand the coding process, including inductive and deductive approaches, and the strengths and weaknesses of qualitative interviews. These objectives provide a roadmap for mastering qualitative research techniques and applying them effectively in sociological studies. Interviewing is a foundational qualitative research method used across disciplines such as journalism, marketing, and social science. It involves a structured exchange of information through questions and answers, typically between an interviewer and an interviewee. Interviews allow researchers to delve deeply into participants' experiences, thoughts, and emotions, making them ideal for exploring complex topics. Unlike surveys, interviews provide the flexibility to ask follow-up questions and adapt to the flow of conversation, thereby capturing richer and more nuanced data. Qualitative interviews are best used when researchers seek detailed information, anticipate follow-up questions, or study complex and emotionally charged topics. They are particularly effective for exploring lived experiences and social processes. Interviews allow participants to elaborate on their responses, providing insights that are not possible through closed-ended survey questions. This method is suitable for topics that require explanation, reflection, or storytelling, making it a powerful tool for understanding human behavior and social dynamics. An interview guide is a flexible tool that outlines the topics or questions a researcher intends to cover during an interview. It helps maintain focus while allowing the conversation to flow naturally. Open-ended questions are central to qualitative interviews, enabling participants to respond in their own words and share detailed narratives. Researchers should avoid yes, no, and leading questions, instead encouraging elaboration with prompts like, "Could you tell me more about that?" This approach fosters a conversational atmosphere and yields richer data. In qualitative interviewing, the phrasing of questions significantly influences the quality and authenticity of responses. Leading questions are those that subtly prompt the respondent toward a particular answer, often reflecting the interviewer's assumptions or desired outcomes. For example, asking, "Don't you think community service is important for students?" implies that community service is indeed important and pressures the respondent to agree. A more neutral and open-ended version would be, "What are your thoughts on community service for students?" which invites the participant to share their perspective without bias. This rewrite demonstrates the importance of neutrality and openness in qualitative interviews, ensuring that participants feel free to express their genuine experiences and opinions. This approach enhances the credibility of the data collected and supports the integrity of the research process. Focus groups involve interviewing multiple participants simultaneously, fostering interaction and the emergence of new topics. This method allows researchers to observe group dynamics, body language, and peer influence. Participants may raise issues not considered by the researcher, enriching the data. However, ethical concerns such as confidentiality and group pressure must be managed carefully. Focus groups are valuable for exploring collective experiences and social norms within a community or demographic. Oral histories capture personal and cultural narratives that might otherwise be lost. They are especially important for documenting the experiences of marginalized groups who may not produce written records. This method involves interviewing individuals about their past, preserving their stories for future generations. oral histories provide rich contextual data and challenge dominant historical narratives by including diverse voices. They are used in both academic research and cultural preservation efforts. Videography is a powerful tool for collecting data in natural settings, particularly in ethnographic studies. It allows researchers to capture behaviors, interactions, and nonverbal cues such as body language and gaze direction. Videography supports repeated analysis and verification through multiple raters. However, it requires careful planning regarding ethical and technical aspects, including consent, privacy, and data storage. When used effectively, videography enhances the depth and accuracy of qualitative research. Coding is the process of organizing qualitative data into themes and categories. It helps researchers manage and interpret large volumes of data. Inductive coding involves identifying themes that emerge from the data, while deductive coding uses predefined categories based on theoretical frameworks. Both approaches aim to condense data into meaningful insights. Coding is iterative and requires multiple readings of transcripts to ensure accuracy and depth in analysis. The coding process begins with open coding, where researchers identify distinct concepts and categories in the data. This is followed by axial coding, which connects these categories and explores their relationships. Researchers then build data tables to organize findings and prepare for analysis. The final step involves writing up the results, using quotes and thematic narratives to illustrate key insights. This structured approach ensures a comprehensive and transparent analysis of qualitative data. Axial coding is a critical step in qualitative data analysis that involves identifying relationships among open codes to form more abstract categories. Consider the following transcript excerpt. Our principal really encourages us to try new teaching methods. We often use group projects and tutoring sessions. Another participant adds, I feel supported to experiment with adaptive teaching strategies. From these statements, several open codes can be identified: adaptive teaching, group projects, tutoring, and supportive principle. These codes represent distinct concepts mentioned by participants. The next step is to examine how these concepts relate to each other. In this case, the principal's encouragement appears to facilitate the use of innovative teaching methods. Thus, the axial code, supportive environment for teaching innovation, encapsulates the relationship between institutional support and pedagogical experimentation. This process of collapsing open codes into axial codes helps researchers organize data into meaningful themes that reflect underlying patterns and contextual influences. Axial coding not only aids in data reduction, but also enhances the interpretive depth of qualitative analysis by linking individual experiences to broader social or organizational dynamics. Qualitative interviews offer rich, detailed data and allow participants to express themselves in their own words. They are ideal for exploring social processes and complex phenomena. However, they are time-intensive and emotionally demanding. Transcription and analysis require significant effort, and researchers must be prepared to handle sensitive topics. Despite these challenges, qualitative interviews provide invaluable insights that quantitative methods may overlook, making them a vital tool in sociological research.